My dad was one of those wilderness guys, the kind of person who thought sleeping in the dirt built character. You know, this is a beautiful area, son. Good memories here. Every summer, he dragged me out into the woods with him and his friends. And every summer, I hated it more. The campsite looked nothing like what my dad booked online.
This wasn't camping. It felt more like somebody built a fake version of the outdoors.
No way this place is real. Charles loved camping, which honestly made him kind of unbearable sometimes.
He made everything look easy. That got annoying pretty fast.
My dad almost never complimented people. Especially me. Meet me behind the trees in 10 minutes. We thought we were being rebellious. Really, we were just stupid kids looking for something exciting to do. At the time, the amusement park almost felt surreal sitting out there in the middle of the woods. An amusement park and a campground weren't supposed to exist next to each other. The whole place felt wrong. We should climb that thing. I don't know, Charles. Look at that thing. And somehow, the idea immediately sounded good to me. After that, none of us could really stop thinking about the park. Kanchan-san, you still awake?
We both knew it was a terrible idea. That honestly made it sound even better.
We waited until everyone was asleep before making our move.
Getting into the park turned out to be way easier than it should have been. The second we got inside, the place felt completely different. It was still technically open during the day, but at night, it looked abandoned.
The place almost looked frozen in time. Up close, the roller coaster felt enormous. That was the first moment I got the feeling we weren't alone in there. I couldn't explain it at the time. Something just suddenly felt off.
At first I thought maybe it was security.
But the deeper we got into the park, the quieter everything became. It stopped feeling exciting after a while. The place just felt, wrong. Then we heard something. It sounded far away at first. Just one loud metallic noise somewhere deeper inside the park.
We both stood there waiting for another sound, hoping we wouldn't hear one.
Probably just the ride settling or something. I tried convincing myself I was just getting paranoid. I know, but something's really out here.
Then we saw flashlight beams moving through the fog.
At that point, everything stopped feeling fun. We just needed the guard to pass, then we could leave. Then I noticed something move.
At first I thought I imagined it. Then Charles pointed at the exact same thing.
He wasn't a security guard. And he definitely wasn't another kid sneaking around. The worst part was, I was pretty sure he was staring directly at us.
At that point, I honestly couldn't tell if he was hiding from security or hiding from us.
Then he moved. For just a second, I saw his face.
There was something dark all over him. At the time, I thought it was blood. Neither of us said anything. We were both trying to process what we'd just seen.
By then, all I wanted was to get out of the park.
Come on, let's just leave.
I kept checking behind us every few seconds. I was completely convinced he was following us.
But every time I looked, there was nobody there.
The whole walk back, I felt like somebody was just barely staying out of sight behind us.
Then I saw movement again.
What? Where?
Behind us. I think he's here.
This time, I knew it wasn't my imagination.
We didn't even talk about it. We just started moving faster.
And then, I swear I saw him following us.
The second I saw him moving toward us, pure panic took over. I could barely even get over the fence because my hands wouldn't stop shaking. Hurry up! I hear him coming. He's almost here. And when I looked back, he was closer. Jump, narrator! Jump!
The second we hit the ground outside the fence, we just ran. I honestly thought he was gonna come running out of the woods behind us. We didn't stop running until the park was completely out of sight. Neither of us could even talk for a minute. We were too busy trying to breathe. I kept expecting to see him standing somewhere between the trees. The closer we got back to the campground, the more normal everything started to feel again. But even standing back near the tents, neither of us felt safe yet. We never even talked about what we saw while walking back.
The second we got back inside the tent, the whole night suddenly felt real.
You think that was blood?
I didn't answer him. Deep down, I already thought it was.
I don't think I slept more than 20 minutes the entire night.
And every time I started calming down, I'd hear something outside again.
I kept checking outside the tent, expecting to see him standing somewhere near the trees.
But every time, the campground was empty.
By morning, it almost felt unreal. neither of us told the adults what happened. Honestly, I don't think they would have believed us anyway.
Seeing the park again during daylight made the whole thing feel even stranger somehow.
Do you think anybody else saw him?
No.
I honestly didn't want to know.
We left the campground a few hours later, and neither of us ever talked about that night again. But even after we left, I couldn't stop thinking about him. Part of me still wonders if he actually lived somewhere inside that park. For weeks after that, every weird sound at night brought me right back to that place. I never told anybody the full story after that. Not even my parents. And honestly, I still don't know if he was hiding from someone that night or hunting for someone.